station everybody, because we've got the great Herminius! Reyes Jr. is in the house. Good to see you, man.
Yo, what's up? I am back. Yo, I remember I did that in the Plain Phable show one time. What is going on? Another Tuesday night. I'm back for show number 2. I kind of advertised it a little late. I mean, I kind of said it Friday night I was going to be here, but you know, I should have probably been on here on the social media promoting it earlier today. But you know, sometimes things happen, stuff happen, and you knock out a little bit, and you're like, oh damn, I didn't even promote the show. I'm gonna go on and talk to myself, which is fine. I'm gonna talk to myself, but that might be a little entertaining, you know. Who knows what's coming out as you talk to yourself. Although there is a female wrestler that's kind of like 2 people right now, and she's talking to herself, and people be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody who's watching and knows what happens. I didn't kind of see all of Raw, but the stuff Bailey's doing is amazing. I wasn't going to start with wrestling. Actually I was, but you know, I don't know where that came out of, but she's awesome. So I like what she's doing, but I need to finish Raw. So I still haven't 100% seen the whole show because it was last night. Get up early, blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear it. But you guys know life happens. And of course, it's Tuesday night. 6:30 p.m. is probably the time that I'm going to really start this show all the time. I was thinking 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I'm still trying to make decisions, even though I started the show already. Still trying to come up with ideas, how to make the show better. But for now, as I think of that, I think of maybe starts the show, start talking, get used to it. And that's what I'm doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Just act a little silly and stuff like that. But yeah, my man, Dashing Danny, what's up? Your girl, yeah, man. She's still doing it. Top of her game, man. I love it. Since we talk about wrestling, I usually do the whole monologue of where to find me and all that stuff. I could do that a little bit later. I'm not sure if a lot of people are going to be on here. Like I said, I did promote this kind of late. People are busy on Tuesday night sometimes, but I'll keep trucking along, you know, try to evolve with the show eventually. But of course, as we talking about Bailey and stuff like that, Mafia. I miss Alan, man. I haven't seen Alan. He's one of our friends who used to watch. We went to WrestleMania with him too. I miss the trio. You know what I mean? That was awesome back in the day. But yeah, the thing Bailey is doing is amazing, and I can't wait to see more. You know what I mean? It's awesome that she keeps getting some TV time because she deserves it. She doesn't necessarily need to be a champion all the time. You know, she's won that. Just keep inventing herself and stuff like that. I just love what she's doing. But might as well talk about the big news that happened during the week. I was trying to see other stuff I could talk about out there that was in my mind, but sometimes things get in my head and I forget. I still gotta carry around that little notepad. I try to do it over my phone, but I take too long on my phone. I could just get one of these, just write them down, and whatever I think about. Sometimes I just think of something. I'm like, damn, I could talk about that. I need to talk about that because some things just bother you in your head, and you want to talk about people. Maybe someone in the chat will help you out. You know what I mean? But yeah. So quick. What I want to talk about is the little elephant in the room. The big news that happened in WWE. We kind of knew it was gonna happen. I mean, I know, Danny. We knew it was gonna happen eventually with all these shows going out there. You know, man. If you guys didn't know, I should have brought out more pictures. I was like, maybe I should have put more pictures, but the picture that I was trying to find, I couldn't find anymore. I found it once, but WrestleMania 43, if I'm not mistaken, in 2 years is going to Saudi Arabia. And you know, I don't know if I get kicked out of YouTube trying to talk about that or something like that, but I'm not gonna go too crazy. But I don't know if a lot of people really did not like that news, including the wrestlers. I've seen a lot of them, like when you see the president or the king or whatever, whoever that guy was, dictator or whatever. Man, I don't even know his name. I forgot his name already. But yeah, when he was talking about, oh, you know, they were talking, all the wrestlers in the back just looked very, very awkward. It's just like, oh God, we're gonna do this. Very terrible, very terrible. Sold out for blood money. Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. That's what everybody's saying. I can't agree more. I couldn't agree more. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at it like, I feel bad for the people who's probably been since WrestleMania 1 and still alive and still going through all of them, probably gonna miss that one. Or whenever you started, people started WrestleMania 8, 9, 10, 11, whoever decides to go to all of them, travel and all that. That's like their thing of the year. And shit, now we gotta go to Saudi. It's just like, you could have, it was okay when they went to do all the shows over there, you know what I mean? And even if they had the Royal Rumble over there, you know what I mean? All right, you know what I mean? I guess we could sacrifice a Royal Rumble, so you know they want to feel important. And, you know, those shows, you know, the wrestlers go over there and wrestle, you know what I mean? And it counts. So, but WrestleMania in 2 years, I just hope it doesn't become an ongoing thing. I think for whatever you want to complain about Vince McMahon, there was a lot. That's just the Saudi stuff. It's just, there's a lot of things going on with TKO, Tico, whatever, whatever that group, the owners. It's almost like some people blame Triple H for it. I saw a lot of that. I'm like, no, Triple H has nothing to do with it. He tries his best, but after a while, he has his bosses and he has to follow what they say. You know what I mean? But it's not Triple H's fault. No. He can only do what he could. You know what I mean? It's just like when the bosses say stuff. But Vince McMahon, I don't think he will ever do something like that. There's a lot of stuff he wouldn't have done neither. And like we've gotten stuff that we were happy about that we probably wouldn't have got with Vince McMahon. Some people say CM Punk he would have bought. Vince McMahon has bought everybody back. So stop that. There was a way, whether it was Vince or whoever the owner was, CM Punk would have came back. You know what I mean? And of course, I said it before. I always say I knew he would come back. It was years later, but it was years later. It was making me nervous, but I knew he would come back. So he had that people throw that out. Stop throwing that out, man. It's not it. But I know I'm gonna go on a rant and go left or right. And the Saudi guy was in the ring for the Canelo fight and got booed out of. Yeah, I didn't see the fight, but I heard. It's just, there's a lot of politics about over there that you just don't want to really talk about because it's just all the stuff like you guys know, like the ladies over there, like they don't really treat them the greatest they should. You know what I mean? I think if I'm not mistaken, most of the towns, the ladies got to dress up looking like Power Rangers and stuff like that. And it was. What's up, babe? Station. Next week, I got to announce next week. I probably won't have a show because next week will be her birthday. So, happy early birthday to that woman right there. She's amazing. Hi, hun. I know you're working. I know you can't be around for too long. Thanks for stopping by. I kind of promoted the show a little late And this is my aftermath. Nobody's on here. Next time I promote it better. Two Gun. Pew pew. What's going on? We just talk about the Sonic news. Like I was saying, that guy. You know what I mean? I just Mania over there. It's kind of interesting. Like, what time is it gonna start? At 1 o'clock. Where most people are probably getting lunch or something like that, because people usually at night. They're probably favoring me because I wake up 2 in the morning to go to work. Because it's a 2-night thing, so I'm guessing they're gonna have the 2-night thing over there too, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's the whole. They have to have a 2-night. Danny, you would think it has to be 2 nights over there too, right? And that's gonna be kind of weird. But they're gonna have Royal Rumble over there. So are they gonna have like all the WrestleMania season over there? Like they're gonna travel all into the wrestlers will probably hate that. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine? And the question is, who's gonna go? Like, I guess a lot of them will. But the thing about those guys over there, they want all the old school people. You know what I mean? So are we gonna see the Undertaker come back and wrestle, and he's not gonna look very good because he's retired for a reason? Are we gonna see all these other wrestlers come back? You know what I mean? It's just like, who's gonna wrestle? It's 2 years from now. Anything could happen. Yeah, it's probably at 2 p.m. Yeah. Which, like I said, it'll favor me, but I don't know if it'll favor them. But I don't think they care because they gave them a whole lot. What was it, like 350 million or something like that for WrestleMania, and 100 million for Royal Rumble? I gotta wake up at 3 a.m. So I feel you. Yeah, it's brutal. But you know, you have to do what you have to do to pay the bills. You know what I mean? But so like I said, that'll favor me on a Sunday. You know what I mean? WrestleMania. You know what I mean? But it feel kind of weird. And then, like, how far are they gonna go with it? You know what I mean? It's gonna be really, really, really weird. And they're probably not gonna have any ladies main event in the show. You know what I mean? Not to like put them down over there, but and I love the ladies, man. I always feel like they should have one main event if the storyline's great and it deserves it. Like an AJ Lee, which probably will happen next year if she will be on the main event versus like a whoever, you know what I mean? So 2 years is a long time, but I don't know, guys. WWE's world is over. They're so they will have the whole weekend over there. Oh my god. So my question is, a lot of people already asked this, but what's going to happen because a lot of people do their shows around WrestleMania. They go to the town and all these indies and all these. What are they gonna do? I guess, you know, they can start doing their own thing, you know what I mean? And just do it over here, still celebrate WrestleMania in a way. I guess they got the primetime slot now, you know what I mean? If I was AEW, I'll be planning it from now. You know what I'm saying? Do a primetime show on WrestleMania. Maybe they'll get views, you know what I mean? I understand there's some hate over there, but it's still wrestling. Just 2 years from now, who knows? You know what I mean? There is so much that can happen. All the cons, WrestleCons, and all that people do, all these guys, they make their money. All the old school wrestlers who didn't get the money that the wrestlers now do. So they look forward to these events, get their little autographs and stuff for all the living legends out there. I don't know. What's up, Mr. Stu? What's up, bro? Station. I hope everything is good. How's it going? Yeah, we talking about the Saudi Arabia news. I wasn't gonna start with that, but like there was a lot going on, and my lady's like, "You should just talk about it." I was like, "All right, I'll probably do a whole show on it." But oh man, they backed up for money, truck to the WWE. Yeah, it was all for money, man. It was all for money, and it's just like I was saying earlier. What's gonna happen to the indie shows? What's gonna happen to all these? If I were them, I'll still do it over here in the U.S. Pick a great town, but there was already some messed up stuff happening over here, and politics played a big part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like WrestleMania was supposed to be in New Orleans. That was the big rumor a couple of years ago. Las Vegas, they made their money over there. then they, oh, let's go to Las Vegas again. You know what I'm saying? That TKO. Am I getting it right? TKO. You know what I mean? This is what I was saying earlier. Yes, I was saying that just a few minutes ago. Yes, AEW, they could do a main event on one of the nights after their show, because WrestleMania will start at 2. You know what I mean? A 2-night event. They could do a thing in a night, and they could do the WrestleCons too and all that, because that's where they make their money. Like I said earlier, you know what I mean? That's where they make their money. So that's why like when I saw this, like, oh man, I had so many thoughts, and I should have wrote all of them down, but I was like, you know, I'll do it naturally. I know some wrestling fans that'll probably get on here and talk with it with me. What's up, Canada Station? What's up, bro? And I remember telling Mark, it's not going to only be a wrestling show or a sports show, but so far wrestling is dominating my show right here because something's always comes up. But it's just so many questions with it, you know. And then with that company, and I'm not one to come like Vince McMahon. I'm one of the ones I felt like he did have to go. There was a lot of negativity towards him and all that. He had his time, get a new ownership. They're looking at it. These ownerships looking at it like UFC style, and but the UFC does this. I mean, the UFC, like, they have like one big fight in the month. You know what I mean? Wrestling is like they have like 3 or 4 shows during the week. You can't. It's not the same. It's not the same. But they want, and they're also charging people. You know, at least Vince McMahon, you know, tickets. They're pricing us out, the ticket prices. And now they're charging all this money for you. I can never afford to go back to WrestleMania. The Vince McMahon has seats at least affordable enough to bring a families, because that's what wrestling is about. It's about us. It's about us. The common man. It's like Dusty Rhodes, the common man. If you go to WrestleMania, all those times, the loudest people were us. You know what I mean? Like a lot of those people who have a lot of money. They're fans too, but they're very casual fans. You got the casual fans that travel around the world, and WrestleMania season starting there and there, and good for them. They make the money off of that. But then you price out some of us, you know what I mean? How is that going to look in the future? You know what I'm saying? And what Phable was saying, AEW has a great opportunity. They do. If they do it the right way, they could climb up a little bit towards that negativity WWE. If people start hating that ownership, start not buying tickets, start not going, you know what I mean? It could get ugly. WWE is a big machine. Maybe they won't. Around the world, they're very popular. You know what I mean? But if here they start, Americans, man, we start like not liking stuff, and those arenas are not full. The stadiums don't get full anymore. But they're gonna start going around the world where they're like, eventually they're gonna get boring over there. Because the thing about when you go around the world, what makes it special is that they're not over there all the time. You know what I mean? And now I'm touching so many things in one little show, and it's supposed to be a nice, good half-hour, 45-minute show. But all this stuff with TKO chasing the UFC crowd, yeah. So it's just like it's different. It's different. It's a different hype. It's a different. It's just different, man. And then UFC fights, I'm not into them. I respect it. I respect the fighters. I've watched a few of them. I'm the most casualist fan. You know what I mean? But wrestling is my blood. You know what I mean? It's what I am. You know what I mean? Wrestling is what I love. And the way they're going, I don't know if it's gonna sustain for them. They might end up freaking selling that shit. The TKOing the fan base. Yeah, TKOing, that's a good way to put it. TKOing the fan base. And that'll be a rude awakening. And a lot of people, they'll get mad at it and give up on WWE and just sell it back to Vince McMahon. I'm like, no, that's not a good idea either. Maybe get an owner that actually knows what they're doing, because what they're doing now, and everybody knows me, I'm very optimistic when it comes to a lot of things. It takes a lot for me to just complain about something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, oh yeah, but, and a lot of these guys in the chats right now know that. You know what I mean? It took a long time for me to feel the way I feel about the Jets last week. You know what I mean? It took my heart getting stomped. And something like this will stomp your heart. You know what I mean? To the point where wrestling fans who left came back because they're loving what's going on after the Vince McMahon era left, and Triple H at the time was in charge. You know what I mean? And whether you agree with 100% what he's doing or not, you know what I mean? For the most part, outside of WrestleMania throughout the year, man, we got awesome stuff. I thought we got awesome stuff. But then, you know, WrestleMania comes, bosses, the shareholder thing takes over, and, you know, they gotta try to make everybody happy, try to make the crowd happy, it's a whole thing. But they sell it to the Saudis. Oh my God. Yeah, I heard about that too. Like, can you imagine? Oh my God, they sell it to them. It's like, all right, they got WWE, which they own a bunch of stuff. Don't they own a part of Netflix or something like that? Or they own a bunch of stuff over here already. They're trying to take over the US. You know what I'm saying? Come on, guys. We'll take a quick sip. So, yeah, I was just like, oh Lord, like I wanted to go on some podcasts. I don't listen to them as much as I used to. I still do, but some people got obnoxious and just they wanted clicks and trying to. I just want people to just talk about stuff, kind of like what we're doing here. You know what I mean? But it's just, you know, I don't know. You know what I mean? But I decided not to even listen to anybody. The only reason why I know some things is you go in the chats or you read some blogs, you read this and read that. You know what I mean? You see some stuff, but I didn't listen to anything because I wanted my own opinion on this. I didn't want to spend the whole show on it, but I might. There's at least one more subject I might talk about before I leave. H is doing a great job, yeah, Triple H. But it's clear that the higher ups keeps messing with his plans. Yep. And for example, the Rock and Cody soul BS. Yeah. You know what's funny? Like, The Rock comes out and does that usually back in the day, like, The Rock again. People wanted to see that whole thing happen. You know what I mean? But the thing with that is with the Cena heel turn, it was fun. It was like, but they didn't go all the way with it. They still went and wanted to sell the merches. I think it was too late for a Cena heel turn, but it was fun to see it the way he did and all that. Cena's awesome. But he had to go all the way. No more merch. No more F everybody. You know what I mean? And he kind of went halfway with it. That's why it didn't work. And then, of course, the whole thing with WrestleMania, The Rock didn't come out. People wanted that. People were looking for him. And that other guy, you know what I mean? I don't even want to say his name, came out, almost broke the wrestler's nose. You know what I mean? Cody. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. So, I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Phable, what do you think, man? Because I know you're very opinionated too, just like me, just like my man Danny. If you still watch, I know you're busy with the kids and stuff, but work. After all that I said, I don't know what else to say. It's still new. It's still a little scary if you're a wrestling fan. But there's a lot of stuff happening and that's very scary. And wrestling wasn't supposed to be that. Wrestling was our way out. You know what I mean? Just like sports on some of us is our way out too. I love sports. It's my way out. Let's go Yankees. I understand they're not going to win the division, but it is what it is, man. Do it through the wild card. But pushing that aside, wrestling was a way out. And it was like politics getting themselves into wrestling too. And I just don't know what else to say about that. I guess I have to think more about it. But like I said earlier, all the concerns, what's going to happen in 2 years, what they're going to do, are they going to start losing the fans and stuff like that? The Cena farewell thing might be the last big hurrah. Who knows? Because that's the thing I'm holding on to. He only have 6 more appearances left, and you know, and I kind of go, I didn't want to say nothing till the time came, but yeah, man. Those tickets went on for November 17th, Madison Square Garden. I got tickets to go see Cena, man. His last Monday Night Raw. You know what I mean? And he's got 2 more shows after that, and stuff like that. So I'm going to the Garden that day. Me and the lady were able to find some tickets. She loved John Cena. You know what I mean? She's a huge John Cena fan. He has a lot to do with the beginning of our relationship. He won the WWE Championship for the first time the year we met. And, you know, since then, we were both, we had to do it, man. It was a little expensive. But, you know, now they got these partial payment stuff that you could do, and you could pay for 6 months or stuff like that. And we did that. I won't reveal how much we paid, but but it wasn't WrestleMania money. Don't get me wrong. There's no way I'll be able to pay unless I can get in. And what they're doing now, though, is all the bots that they were doing were purchasing tickets. They figured it out where maybe there's still some people that get away with it, but people like us can go in there and get actual seats, original seats from the WWE through Ticketmaster, and we were able to get a couple of decent seats. We have it. I think Danny, you guys sat there before, but it's literally you're on top of the stage where they come out, and then you got the ring right there. We're like in row 10 or something, stuff like that. But yeah, I can't. I'm very happy. That's all. Thank you, man. Thank you. I think Rock wanted to insert himself in either a Roman battle, a Cody battle, or a Cena angle, but there's something happening behind the scenes that keeps preventing it. Yeah, I think I agree with that. And a lot of people say, "Oh, the Rock's what do you call that? Prima donna, the Rock." You know, I mean, of course he wants. I don't think it's that. Like, you know, I don't think he wanted to win or nothing. He just wanted to be a part of the show and do the right thing. You know what I mean? And then whatever they were doing, it didn't fly with him. So he was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that BS." You know what I mean? And I agree with that, man. I agree with that. Did you pay WWE replica belt money to go? Oh man, you're trying to see what price? What price? Those replica belts are very, very. Herm always defends Rock. I always do, because everybody go against him, but you don't know what he was trying to do. You know what I mean? Maybe there was some BS going on. He saw the BS and he was like, "I'm out." And you're starting to see some of the BS. You're starting to see some of the BS. You know what I mean? So yeah, of course I'm gonna defend the Rock. Does he does things perfect? No. But you know what I mean? For him to do all that, you know what I mean? I don't think they went all the way. I think they were thinking of the money, still sell Cena merch and stuff like that. I think that was part of it. You know what I mean? But man, it's Cena 100% turn. You know what I mean? Not the gear, and you know, it would have been really cool. But to each his own. But yeah. So I guess we gotta enjoy this year's WrestleMania, however it goes, because in 2 years, who knows how that's gonna look like. It probably begged the Rock. The Saudis probably pay him a lot of money to come back. You're gonna see a lot of old wrestlers, and I don't mind seeing older wrestlers, but there's got to be a balance. You know what I mean? There's got to be a few of them, and you know, it's good. It's WrestleMania. You still got to have celebrities and stuff like that. That's what WrestleMania is about. But this Saturday is WrestlePalooza, right? It's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see that one. It's also this Saturday is also Batman Day, so there's like a lot of things going on this Saturday. Oh man, Tom Station, what's up, brother? I hope you're doing good over there. Miss you. Hope you're doing good. Oh man, just dropping by to say hi. Appreciate it, bro. Station, hope you're doing good. Hope work is good. And keep trucking along. Get ups and downs all the time over there, in Oregon, but you do your thing, man. Keep going. You know what I mean? Our thoughts are always with you. And do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Batman and Deadpool drops tomorrow. Yeah, it does. I can't wait. Won't be able to get it tomorrow. I'll probably go Friday and get it. But yeah, I can't wait to get that. So I guess I'll leave the wrestling talk because we've been here for a good half hour. I didn't even have the good 15, 20 minutes legendary introduction to Gun. You saw that? I didn't even have that. You know what I mean? Um, I just went straight up to the subject. You know, we started with Bagley and stuff like that, and then this whole Saudi stuff. We'll let it marinate, and we'll talk more about it in the future as things go by. But yeah, I'm very not very optimistic. Usually I am, but about this, it's whew. I'm still waiting for that part. the two gun pew pew, that part. Which part are you talking about? But yeah. So I'm gonna talk about this one more thing, and then get on out of here. Oh, you know, I put the picture up because I want to put some more stuff up, but I was only able to get a picture up, but you saw like a nice picture of them right there. And some of them try to smile for the picture. You know what I mean? Yeah, they smile for the picture. But I was trying to find maybe the little clip or something of the guy talking. I couldn't get it in time. Also, my Mac was acting up, so I had to update it to the new update, and then everything got erased, and I had to bring it. It was a whole thing. I was like, no, I gotta start this show. But just looking at them, look at how uncomfortable they were all back there. Cringy. Speaking of Batman, I've been buying all the DC animated movies from the beginning and just finishing Super Sons, and I've been really becoming a fan of Batman and Superman. This still Team Marvel though. Yeah, it's okay, man. It's okay. DC is awesome, man. I'm glad you're on the train, because it's this, not just with this, it's everything. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, you had NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys. Why can't you enjoy both? We saw Zack Ryder do that. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going way back, Monica versus Brandy. You know what I mean? Or Whitney Houston versus Mariah Carey. Or I'm just doing music right now. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Man, these ain't sports teams, you know. You can like everything, you know what I mean. And the animated movies from DC throughout the years, phenomenal. I think the best animated movies here in America. I know there's a lot of anime stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, you know what I mean. That's where we're going with that. But I'm glad you enjoyed them, bro. Maybe we could talk about it one day on here. But keep on keeping on. Another thing I wanted to talk about, I haven't seen it. Michael Jackson versus Prince. Yeah, you're going way back. You're going way 80s now. I'm still waiting for someone else to pull out like the Beatles versus Elvis or something like that. Woo! That's funny. Oh man, time approve of Danny's watching and stuff like that. Wait, where are my comments? My comments disappeared here. I wanted to talk about one more thing before I leave. So everybody getting on merry way. I know there's other shows gonna start and stuff. People gonna be on shows and all that. It's Tuesday night. It's probably a good night. Tomorrow being New Comic Book Day. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Merry Christmas Eve. I've always used to say that. I used to go on Wednesdays, tell everybody Merry Christmas, because it's Christmas every Wednesday for us comic book fans. 52 times, 53 with Free Comic Book Day. So, Merry Christmas, everyone. And to drop it off, I wanted to talk about this show that they announced, which is Wednesday. I'm a big fan of this show. We waited, 3 or 4 years for season 2 to drop. 8 episodes. They were an hour each. Me and the ladies up to episode 7, so we didn't even finish it. But we want to sit down and actually pay attention to it. We haven't got a chance. They're like all hour movies and stuff like that, which is, I love shows like that. But if you're gonna do just 8 episodes, do we really have to wait 2 years? Look, so maybe early 2027. I'm like, oh my god. I haven't seen if there's any cliffhangers for episode 8 or stuff like that. But I'm just excited. I'm always excited. I love how Jenny Ortega, her version of Wednesday. I think she's phenomenal. I think the Enith character, which hold on, let me I've gotten the Wednesday cereal, which I didn't really like too much. It was kind of gross. The cereal, the box was beautiful, and my lady found Enith. So it's probably my show and tell today for this show. I haven't tried it yet. I love her. She's freaking phenomenal in it because you have the total Enith, like total opposite of Wednesday, and they both like roll their eyes on each other. And me and the lady did see the episode where they switch bodies. Oh, that was great. That episode was like my favorite episode, I think, of both seasons. I thought they both did a great job acting like each other and stuff like that. And Catherine Zeta-Jones is the mom. Come on. She's from my childhood, so you guys know our childhood. A lot of people in the chats. Hogan versus Macho Man. Yeah, why can't you like both guys? Pac versus Biggie. Another one. Why can't you like both? Gen V. Wednesday was great. Yeah. So oh man, we could keep going on now with the verses. But I just have a problem with waiting 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Then they say early 2027. Then they'll be like, oh no, something happening is in the middle of 2027. You know what I mean? I ain't getting any younger. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us ain't getting any younger. So it's 8 episodes, guys. It's not like it's 24. We used to get 24. And granted, a lot of people like using the word filler. A lot of these 24 episode seasons had fillers. Guess what? The fillers are there to entertain you anyway. They're like one shots of comic book. You pick up a Spider-Man book and it's a one shot. On the earlier books were a lot of one shots. Doesn't mean it's not entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Not that I want more Wednesday episode. I think 8 is fine, especially if they're an hour long. So it's almost like 2 episodes. They were like a half-hour type episode or 40 minutes. But neither is Jenny Ortega getting a. Yeah, I agree. She looks really young, and the Enid character looks really young. But what are you gonna do when they get too old? They clearly. Me and the lady keeps talking about what's his name, the brother. You know what I'm saying? He was a smaller lad from the first season, and then the second season he's taller than everybody except for the Frankenstein character looking character. This is what happens when you go live. You forget all the names. That's why next time I talk about something like this, I'm gonna write down all the names on here. Yeah, and Jenny Ortega is freaking phenomenal. I love her. You know what I mean? Of course, she's gotten very popular, so she's starting to get that popular hate. But I don't care. You know what I mean? Great actress, very entertaining. The Enif character, which I keep forgetting her actor name, awesome. I haven't finished the last 2 episodes. That's why I don't talk too much about the episodes, but the swapping bodies between them is my favorite episode. I will end it there for tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed this. If you're watching this on the rewind and you like what you hear, you like what you see and all that, like my banter, stuff like that, it's going to be a lot of that stuff that's on my mind. I just want to talk about right away. Might be 2 subjects. So far, I only got 2 subjects. And sometimes little subjects around there will pop in. But, man, just, if you like the channel, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ding, 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 that bell for notification for future videos. You get a lot of good stuff like that. Hopefully, good stuff happen in sports where I can talk a little sports. Right now, I don't want to talk any football. No football talk today. No, I'm just, I'm sure some people agree with me right now, especially here in New York. And, yeah, man, you guys, thank you very much. All my people, I'll be here, not on this channel. I'll be at the One Collection Down channel, the Blame Phable show. You know what I'm saying? The all new, all different Blame Phable show. Friday nights. I'll be there again. What was it this Friday? There's one of the Friday nights I won't be able to get in there, Phable. I think it's not this Friday, next Friday, because I think I have tickets to go see Spider-Man in the big screen for the first time in years. So it's gonna probably be the 4th or 5th time I've seen it in the big screen. So that night, in 2 weeks, I probably won't be able to be on your show. But you know, not every year, like not every day you get to see Spider-Man again. And I'm gonna convince the lady to let me see number 2 the next night. So hopefully I can. I don't know if I'll be able to convince her to number 3, because number 3, you know, tickets are expensive for a movie. So till next time, that's what I had in my mind. Love anybody who's watched this on the rewind. If you have any thoughts, anything, just throw them in the comments. Let me know. I'm gonna try my best to read them. I don't know if I had any comments from my last show, but if you're curious or whatever you want to do, leave me the comments, questions, or something you thought of, something I'll talk about today on here. Until next time, guys, mic drop.